Shanti Meditation. I've been talking about oral tradition. Okay. Master and a disciple tradition. But when we speak about master and a disciple tradition, appears that you have to be a student, you have to be a disciple, then the master teaches you. But the essence lies in what we say oral tradition. You read a book on meditation. The book, majority of the times, does not address your problems. It is only the teacher who is alive before you, looks at you, feels you are not feeling good, looks into your eyes, your face, and then it addresses those issues. The books cannot. So that is what we say, that you get the same sentences, phrases, principles, both from the book and also from the teacher. The biggest difference that the teacher is live. The moment you change your expression, the teacher is there. The book is not there. The information is not there. Just see the difference. But we are always happy with lot of information. We filled a lot of information, we forget about awakening, and then we say, yes, I'm intellectually, logically, rationally convinced that this will work. But still that is an information. I'm logically, rationally convinced that eating food will remove my hunger, quench my thirst if I take a glass of water. Water is not there, glass is there. And I'm dreaming imagination. That is what the information is. So when you follow a tradition, especially when you say yoga and the Tantra tradition, it is a live tradition. It is a live tradition. You have to address your issues directly to a teacher, and if the teacher is not able to solve, find another teacher. You may find 50 teachers, but in the process of finding their teachers, half of your problems will be resolved. You will become aware of your own unconscious movements, and you'll be able to drop by reflecting on the teacher. That is what happened to Buddha. He changed 27 teachers. That is what happened to Dattatreya, one of the great masters who is a master of Patanjali. That is what happened to him. And that is how we evolve in the oral tradition. But if you keep yourself inside you, oh, let me collect the information and apply, it doesn't work. You have to address your stress, your suffering. And I'm always open to it, especially on Saturdays and Sundays classes. The more you address your issues, the teacher brings that wisdom which is already there, passed on to him or her. That is what the oral tradition is. Last thing, then we will start practicing. Last time I think I talked about it, that it is based on the temperament of a practitioner that he or she requires 1% of the practice and 99% recalling and reminding the mind of the eternal principle. On the other hand, other practitioners need 99% practice, 1% reminder. I'm just giving you an understanding that if you are not getting benefit in the Shanti meditation, you have to ask yourself. You have been doing it, you go out of the practice, you go out of the studio, you forget it. You need a reminder. And also you need a regular practice. But the way the oral tradition says, the master gives you one instruction, teaching. Peace is your essential nature. Do you know? No, I'm having a stress. No, peace is your essential nature. No, I'm having a stress. I know that you have one information that stress is you are having a stress and the suffering. Why don't you add another information? Peace is your essential nature. The book cannot teach you, cannot push you, cannot pull you. And then the teacher says, here is a way. See one interpretation? When the mind moves inside, you communicate with the peace. When the mind moves outside, it is scattered in different directions. Energy is already scattered. Mind is exhausted. It picks up the illusory nature of this universe, and you're bound to suffer from the stress and the suffering. See the interpretation. So, even if you have any thought at the time when I'm talking to you related to outside, drop this thought, move the mind within, you are ready, you change. So this is one way of reminding what is required, followed by the practice, and you change. The book cannot remind you. The dead cannot remind you. You are alive as a student, you need another live agent or catalyst or a broker to help you remind. Here is a way. Second thing, then, regarding the books are repetitive. Even they give you the same information. They provide you. We must read. I'm not against it. I also read it. You read it, close the book, and ask the book what I have got for my life. What is in it? What practices it is required? Do I need to remind myself? Just by reminding myself can I change? No, I need something. For the mind to drop its own inhibitions so that the reminder is not required, I move into that state. And that is why we say practice, practice, practice. Let us start with the Shanti meditation today. Lie down or sit, whatever is most comfortable to you. But again, then I challenge your mind by saying, in Shanti meditation, you do nothing. And virtually, you have to do nothing. Can you move your mind in the mode of doing nothing? I can promise you. When you move your mind in the mode of doing nothing, you experience calmness and peace from the very beginning, even before the practice of Shanti meditation. Somewhere at the subconscious level, the mind is constantly reminding you of your stress and the suffering in the form of a negative thought, feeling, emotions. Nothing outside can ever disturb you. It only disturbs because I identify myself with it. Shanti meditation, be comfortable. Be at ease. Being comfortable, know that your body is comfortable, is being comfortable. What it means, knowing the body. Also, you know the shoulder blades are comfortable, and the moment you look at the shoulder blades, you feel your discomfort drops. And that is why I see a couple of movements in different parts of the body you people are making in order to be comfortable. It is good, it is okay. And I see, okay, everyone is becoming aware. So as a humble teacher, I become happy. Eyes are closed. Just check. You do not squeeze your eyes. You see? I'm asking you to do nothing. And then be carefree. You know the contents of the mind and content are different. Glass is a container. Water is the content. These two are different entities. So, let the container look at the content. Let the mind look at the thought, feeling, sensation that comes and goes, and you are there. You prepare yourself. Be casual. Let me translate be casual with reference to the Shanti meditation. Know that, be aware of that, you're not doing anything. That's why you have come to this session. The mind moves deeper when you are in a mode of doing nothing. The mind begins dropping the very anxiety with reference to your problems, issues, and the suffering. It dissolves the mechanical and habitual movement of the mind. So we already know we move the mind within, we do not move in Shanti meditation. The first step is confining the territory of the mind, limiting the territory of the mind. Understand and become aware the very limitation of the mind is the cause of the problem. But then again I'm saying limiting that mind. So here we are limiting the mind from the contents that causes the stress. Opposite is true in this tradition. Become aware of the space over the top of the head. You feel the top of the head, there is a sensation and the space. Did you create the space? No. Did you create the sensation? No. You simply move the mind closer. Did you create the top of the head? No. So when you did not create anything, you're doing nothing. You're simply looking what is. You awaken to. Become aware of the space under the soles of the feet. You feel the soles of the feet and the space. Become aware of the space over the front of the body, on the front of the body. You look at the front of the body. The moment you look, you feel the sensation and then you have the space. Become aware of the space on the right side of the body. So you're looking at the right side of the body and suddenly a thought comes to your mind. How a thought can prevent your looking in the right side of the body? But you know, your mind says, no, I have a lot of thoughts, so I cannot do it. That is another falsehood we keep with ourselves. You look at the right side of the body, feeling, and the space is there. Become aware of the space on the left side of the body. We are not in a hurry. We are not going anywhere. We do not have any excitement just after the practice. So casually, your mind moves on the left side of the body. even reluctantly, you feel the sensation that makes you aware, not only of the sensation, but also of the space there. Become aware of the space on the back of your body. Become aware of the space all around your body. Your mind moves into the space all around. All around. Need not to worry even. There is outer noise. No, nothing disturbs you because your mind is already going within. Even if the cell rings, let it be. You continue your journey, please. Awareness of the space all around your body. What did we get? We become aware of some sensation in the body and we are aware of the body. I know your mind will say, no, I'm already aware of the body. What a big deal, but no, we are moving the mind within. And now moving into the second step is pratyahara, withdrawal of the mind from the objects of the senses to speak in a very simple and easy phrase. I'm looking at you, so I become aware who looks you when I say I'm looking at you. So I become aware of the mind somewhere inside the body, maybe inside the head, I don't know. And that mind comes out through the eyes and looks at you, rather your body. So the moment you become aware of it, your mind drops that looking of an object. It becomes more aware within. And that's how you move the mind within. And we do it by a step. Become aware of this head and the neck. And the space all around the head and the neck. Move your mind from the space to the skin of the head and the neck. You simply move, and the moment you move to the skin of the head and the neck begins the sensation and an experience of the stillness. That much we need. We are not concerned about the body at all, but we use the body as a tool. See the point. I'm helping you awaken to the truth of the Shanti meditation. Become aware of the right arm and the space all around. Yes, right arm and the space all around the right arm. And then you move your mind. You move your mind from the space to the right arm, as if the mind is touching the right arm skin. And you awaken to the sensation. It is already there. And also the stillness. You see, we never work that no, you have to enforce the stillness through the mind. That is the key, my friend. Awareness of the left arm. The space all around. And the mind moves from the space to the skin of the left arm. You see? Feel the sensation. And you experience the sensation and the stillness. Become aware of the rib cage, the space all around your rib cage. Move your mind from the space to the rib cage, as if the mind is touching every cell of the rib cage. And you need not even to think, but you awaken to the sensation and the stillness inside. We use the body to awaken to the sensation that is energy body, and the stillness, which is an attribute, one of many manifestations of the real self, of the highest consciousness, of the existence, of the absolute, whatever label you want to give. Awareness of the belly. You are aware of the belly and the space all around the belly. Move your mind from the space to the belly. You feel the sensation and you experience the stillness. Awareness of the right leg and the space all around your right leg. Move your mind. Move your mind, your awareness from the space to the skin of the right leg. You feel the sensation there and you experience the stillness. Become aware of the left leg. The space all around your left leg. Move your mind, your awareness from the space to the skin of the left leg. You feel the sensation. You experience the stillness. I did not say you force the stillness to remember this. Did I not say 99% reminding, 1% practice? Awareness of the entire body, the space all around the body. The space all around the body. Move your mind from the space to the skin of the body. You feel the sensation. You experience the stillness. Experience the sensation and the stillness. Now we take the mind inside the body, only with the awareness. We do not take any information, memories of the past of the mind while moving the mind within. And there you succeed in the third step. And the third step is Antar Yatra, the inner journey. Inner journey to the unknown. Become aware of the head and the neck. Well, if I use the word inner, then it has to be with reference to outside. What is reference? What is that reference outside? Head and the neck, the space, the sensation, and the stillness. Outside the head and the neck, look inside the head and the neck. Be there. You may awaken to the sensation inside that separates the sensation outside. You confirm on your own that you are inside. What else I need? And further, it is strengthened by becoming aware of the space or emptiness inside the head and the neck, which is I term as quietness. You need not to confuse. Well, did not understand? Move to the right arm. That is why we do the major parts of the body. We repeat. We impress the mind at default, that is the cause of this stress, that there is a way. Without doing anything, you can be there. So you are aware of the right arm, and what is outside the space, the sensation, and the stillness in the right arm, and move inside the right arm and be there. Look inside, move inside. When you are there, sensation is inside. I call it as an experience of calmness in the space within quietness. Calmness, a lot of thoughts will be there, but now you will see you are unattached. Quietness, you will experience even if the thoughts are there, but they are very far from you. Question of disturbing any thought doesn't arise. Only in peace consciousness they drop, they dissolve, they are destroyed. Awareness of the rib cage. Outside, space, sensation, stillness. Inside the heart or the rib cage, be there. Just look. A lot of things to be told. Look doesn't mean you focus. And you experience calmness and quietness there. Awareness of the belly, the space, the sensation, and the stillness all around the belly. Look inside the belly. Calmness and quietness is there. You know, that energy consciousness moves and is very prominent in the state of the sensation, the stillness. That is why we have taken the spine too, become aware of the spine and the space outside. Sensation is there and the stillness. Move inside the spine. You know, in one of those moments of practice, the mind moves inside and then it falls into unconscious sleep. It is okay, you need not to do anything, not even a movement. Once you become aware, you begin hearing me, continue the practice. It happens, it will happen. What did I say in the beginning? Do not think. Awareness of the right leg and the space all around your right leg. The sensation and the space outside. Look inside the right leg. Be there. Calmness and quietness is there as you are aware of the sensation and the space inside. Become aware of the left leg, the space all around the left leg, feeling of the sensation and experience of the stillness outside the left leg. In those moments, you simply look inside the left leg and you be there. I'm not asking you to do anything. And suddenly you awaken to the sensation within and the space. What is it? Calmness and quietness is there. Awareness of the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. And what is outside, the space outside. The clearer you perceive the space outside, it prevents the mind from the incoming and the outgoing thought process. When you experience the sensation and the stillness consciously, constantly, it strengthens that prevention of the mind to go out and experience the space, the sensation, and the stillness. Look inside the body from the top of the head to the toes. Be there. Calmness and quietness, sensation within. It is not possible that you do not experience the sensation within the body and separate it from the sensation outside the body. You always experience at the subconscious level. For example, the moment you enter into the studio, you know the temperature in this room. That is a subconscious sensation, you see, and you are also aware of yourself. The many more revelations in the Shanti meditation move the mind inside. Experience calmness and quietness. Living within, the mind is now living within. When you consciously and constantly experience the space, the sensation, the stillness, calmness and quietness, even when thoughts are there, then what? These thoughts and feelings are stripped of their energy that causes you the suffering. That is what I can make the statement. Now the fourth step is known as the pratyak. Pratyak chetana means inward moving consciousness or the mind. And we check it consciously. How? Become aware of the breath. Do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Simply feel the moving breath going in and coming out in the state of stillness, calmness and quietness. That is If you feel you do something, that much you do, which is doing nothing. We are in the state of the stillness, sensation, calmness, quietness, and also aware of the breath going in and out, no change at all. In the background, you are aware, maybe subconsciously, that you are comfortable, carefree, and casual. A little higher up at the conscious level, you are aware of the sensations, stillness, calmness, and quietness. But you are aware of the breath, layer by layer. That is the key of the Shanti meditation. Now the last step is bhavatita, means transcending the mind consciously. Consciousness is different than the mind. Yoga and the Tantra declares, unlike the modern psychology, where the mind and the consciousness are the same, more or less the same. So what we do? Nothing in that way. You look. The moment the breath goes in, you look at a point on the forehead. The breath comes out, you look at the same point on the forehead. Please do not supply any information from the past to the mind. And I know you all are wise, so you will instantly supply the information to the mind. Oh, you said look? Let me look at the eyebrow center, middle of the eyebrows, third eye. And then you miss the practice. It's said, casually. The moment the breath goes in, look at any point. Any point will do. Any point will do. There are 300 points. You feel the sensation there. You know what happens? Energy merges with the mind. So where the mind looks, the energy brings that sensation. I'm not saying, the tradition says. And now when the breath goes in, you feel the sensation at a point on the forehead. Mind goes up to the feeling, and awareness goes further inside the forehead into the space. When the breath comes out, you feel the sensation. At the same point, awareness moves further into the outer space. In those moments, you experience the merging of the space. You're not giving interpretation or thinking. It is there. And when it is there, you know it. You're already in Shanti meditation. Today's experience will surely be different than the past one and the future ones. You are there. Where you are, there is a simultaneous awareness of the mind and the higher consciousness. So when you know one space, you are in higher consciousness. When you know in and out, you are at the very level of purified mind, which is very near to the higher, inner, deeper consciousness. Come on. state of doing nothing. You are already doing nothing. Be there, remain there. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You should know the moment we are engaged in doing any practice, the moment the time comes to finish off, the mind wants to move into the same mode of rushing, running. And that is why I never ask you to rub the hand. I ask you to become aware of the right hand. And check, is the mind ready? Awareness of the left hand. And take your own time. You may bring both your palms on your eyes. So when you put both the palms on your eyes, you open the eyes inside. So even the mind comes through the eyes, no matter, even in the state of the darkness. And there you share, you know. You share the experiences to yourself. And bring the hands down. Now we will share together to progress and evolve. Bring your hands down. You may like to sit up. Listen. How are you? I could see the smile. I could see the smile.
Yeah. I'm good.
Good. Good. How are you? Elena?
I'm good.
Terry?
Good. Happy to be back.
Oh, that's good. Very good. And how are you, my master?
My master. Really relaxed, and I don't want to leave this place. I want to stay in this place.
Wonderful. You want to stay in the same place too? Yes, so we repeated again on the oral tradition. Remember those 6 or 7, 8 lessons? First lesson we talk about oral tradition. In the second, listening, reading, but contemplation and reflection are also necessary. You simply hear. Peace is your essential nature. So if your mind hears as if there is a name of the store, what difference it makes? Unless you contemplate. It doesn't make any difference. And then you come next time and you say, okay, when I go out I forget. There is no peace because you don't do it. You don't remind yourself. What you remind? You remind your anxiety, your suffering, it will come. Who is responsible? You are. I'm not. You see, third talk that I gave, quality of the mind, quantity of the mind. Quality. Quality means withdrawal of the mind inside. Quantity, The mind says, no, I'm into anxiety. Tell your mind, I don't need this content. Go away. Find out. At least you start with that process, intellectually. Start with that. Otherwise, no, say that I have a lot of anxiety, I have issues with this guy, that this thing and that thing. So you are ready to move into problem. Then we took up the emptiness of the mind as meditation. Emptiness. Then we also said, concentration is not meditation. I can tell you with my own experience that 99% of our concentration is on the subconscious thought or the issues that brings stress and the suffering. For example, Alison, if I say you something to you which you feel bad, you will remember the whole day. It will take a couple of days to forget. And if I say, you're very good, Cherry always says good to everybody. What a big deal. That needs to be understood. That needs to be understood. So mind should drop one movement, should accept the other movement. We don't do it. And then you say, no, it doesn't affect. It will not. Why it should affect? You want to move into the same way you have been moving. It will happen. Then we discussed about how Shanti meditation can be classified into traditional meditation practices. We have active, passive, we have saguna, nirguna, we have 4 different categories. Pindas Dhyan that we are going to do tomorrow, which Kundalini meditation comes under. So, with these remarks, thank you very much for joining me and tolerating me. We'll meet again. Thank you. Namaste.